Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I was going through my books and I thought I'd take a look at and share with you one of my favorite Zelda books that I have in my collection. This is Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia. So first let's take a look at the actual cover of it. You can see it's a nice big green hardcover book, nice white pages. The top of it showing the Legend of Zelda name with a couple of symbols in both top corners, as well as a Triforce in the middle of the book in gold with Zelda symbols wrapped around it, like music symbols and whatnot. All semblances of some of the Zelda games in one form or another. Now, this book was made by Dark Horse Books and Nintendo, and it contains a collection of historical information on the Legend of Zelda franchise. Inside's never before seen concept art, full history of Hyrule, the official chronology of the games, and a lot more. You can see here I paid, cover price is $38.99 Canadian. I bought this off of Amazon. I want to say it's been a number of years, but without further ado, I say we turn this book over and let's take a look at actually what is on the inside. Okay, so starting off, when we open up the book, we got some shadow artwork here of Link holding up a sword and some other characters throughout some of the Zelda games. You have some nice artwork on the front there of the sword and shield, and then the usual credits. Next page is the 20th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda, and it's got Miyamoto and him just giving some brief history on when he first started working on Zelda, as well as bottom right corner there, it's got Hyrule history going from 86 to 2011 from the original Zelda up to Skyward Sword. And next we have the table of contents, and this shows all the different chapters in the book, starting at where the legend begins, the world of Skyward Sword, followed by the history of Hyrule, a chronology, as well as documenting 25 years of artwork and a special comic at the end of this book as well. So the first chapter is The Legend Begins, the world of Skyward Sword. Now, were a person to pick a phrase or to describe Skyward Sword, the most appropriate would be brimming with all things Zelda. This includes the creative, immersive world, diverse characters, elaborate puzzles, and strong connection to the series that's brought you so much pleasure. Here is presented artwork from the initial design stages to completed works, as well as comments from development staff, introduction of items and elements connected within it, and to the world of Zelda. So as you can see, there's lots of characters, character artworks, little costumes, basically everything you're accustomed to in terms of character design. It's sort of like, if you're familiar with movie creations, basically starting from the bottom to a finished product and how characters are developed. Feel free to pause at any time throughout this. I'm just going to skim through it quickly just to give you a brief idea of all the real fantastic artwork and content that's actually within this particular book. And then at the end of this particular section, there's a 25th anniversary special illustration created for the anniversary, and it has from the beginning to Skyward Sword all the links that were created in the games. The next section is the History of Hyrule, a chronology. And basically with this, this is the introduction to the history of Hyrule told chronologically, weaving together the different legends and stories of Zelda. Are they legends? Is it an accurate history of the cycle of rebirth? There is evidence that the story of the Legend of Zelda begins with Skyward Sword. Up to this point, the Legends of Zelda have been surrounded by myth and mystery, but now with the help of the following information, you can probably discover for yourself the real history of Hyrule. And again, it's another excellent skim through the book in terms of the different characters, chronology of everything. There's so much information within this book, I can't even begin to really give you a detailed walkthrough of it without it taking up probably hours and hours of time. So, like I said, feel free to pause and quickly look at anything as I skim through it. I'm not really missing any pages, but again, it's just giving you a brief touch on exactly what is entailed within this really nice book. And this section here is the creative footprints documenting 25 years of artwork in Zelda. Just showing all the different stages, concept art, Adventures of Link, Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, different pictures of Zelda and Ganondorf, Majora's Mask, Windwalker. Just fantastic artwork. Again, I haven't even fully had a chance to go through this entire book, but I know from what I've seen that it's definitely something I've really enjoyed. And I'm sure you would too if you checked it out. Again, just skimming through it. Feel free to pause anytime you want. Dealing with the different monsters. You know, the different weaponry in Zelda. So again, if you think you may like this book, there are 2 other books that you can pick up that are sort of part of this 3-book collection. The other one being Legend of Zelda Art and Artifact. That is a hardcover that can be found on Amazon for $32 Canadian, as well as Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia, again on Amazon. That one is for $40 Canadian. So again, it's a 3-piece set. I don't have the other 2 yet. This was sort of the one that I really wanted to get first off, and I think that I would probably enjoy since it encompasses so many games. Art and Artifact would probably be the other one I'd want to grab, just due to the fact that it focuses more on just the artwork aspect of the Zelda games, as well as artifacts within them. So, but again, check it out. You can find them, all 3 of them, on Amazon currently. And on that note, I'm going to wrap this one up again, guys. There's still a little bit more for you to see throughout the book, but I'll just close as I skim through the rest of the pages. But thanks again, everybody, for all the support. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the help that everyone's given me to get to the point where I am so far, and I'm just looking to expand and further on that growth. As always, leave a comment. Tell me if you like this book or if you don't like it. But I'm sure that there's a lot of Zelda fans out there that might not even know this book is actually out there. So I hope I've expanded your knowledge on it a little bit. And if you're into Zelda video games, this is certainly a must-have that I think you should have. You'll see at the end of this here book as well, there is a little Zelda manga, or manga, however you like to pronounce it. And again, those are read from right to left as opposed to the North American way of reading left to right. And that's just another little treat found at the back of this book. Well, thanks again, everybody. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. You can find me on Twitter at ACDecepticon, as well as on Instagram at MyLifeInCollecting. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again real soon.